The singer, arguably the most famous man on the planet, stands accused of child abuse. And at 5 o'clock this afternoon, he'll walk into a California courtroom as jury selection begins. The pop superstar has already issued a statement on his website protesting his innocence. If found guilty, he could spend much of the rest of his life in jail. Our chief correspondent, Stuart Ramsey, is in Santa Maria.
Across millions of computer screens around the globe, Michael Jackson's final court-approved protestations of innocence. Leaks of the case against Jackson prompted a defence appeal for the right for him to speak on the web. If he wants to speak again, it'll be from the dock.
Through the years, I have helped thousands of children who are ill or in distress. These events have caused a nightmare for my family, my children, and me. I never intend to place myself in so vulnerable a position ever again. I love my community, and I have great faith in our justice system. Please keep an open mind and let me have my day in court. I deserve a fair trial like every other American citizen. I will be acquitted and vindicated when the truth is told.
For his fans, there's simply no middle ground, no doubt of their idol's innocence. This lady's given up her job to be here. To say she's committed isn't even close.
Martin Luther King had a dream, and they tried to stop his dream. Michael has a dream. They're trying to stop his. You know, I wasn't there during the time of Martin Luther King, but I'm here with Michael Jackson, and I'm not about to let Michael, you know, go out, you know, like how they want him to go out.
Neverland Ranch, the scene, according to the prosecution, of premeditated sexual child abuse by Jackson, remains a mecca to his fans. Some of them have travelled from around the world for today. Of the 10 charges that Michael Jackson faces, 4 specifically accuse him of child abuse. If he's found guilty of any of those, then he'll have to register as a sex offender. 4 other charges accuse him of giving alcohol to a minor. Now, under California law, if he's found guilty of any of those, then he will go to prison. Prison sentence is mandatory. Legal experts here say that if he is found guilty of all 10 indictments, he could spend between 20 and 30 years in prison.
It's close to midnight.
So how did one of the greatest singer-songwriters and arguably the greatest pop star ever end up in court? In 2003, a documentary showed Jackson cuddling 13-year-old cancer sufferer Gavin Arvizo. In the interview, the singer said that there was nothing wrong with allowing the boy to sleep in his bed. It was, he said, a loving gesture. It prompted an inquiry and Jackson's eventual arrest. In this courtroom, prosecutors will say Jackson groomed children and their parents with gifts and money over years, finally using pornography and alcohol to achieve his sexual aims. Some pornographic material that will be described in court as adult leisure reading will be shown as evidence. Arvizo, now 15, will testify as well, although the court's ruled he can't be called a victim. Police say that earlier investigations into paedophilia allegations, one 11 years ago, failed because Jackson bought off the victim.
In 1993, we never had the opportunity to go to court and never had the opportunity to let justice take its place. And this time we do. Regardless of what the verdict will be, at least this time, it will go through the system, and I think that that's really important.
It's hard to imagine this Central California community from where the jurors will be drawn ever seeing anything like this again. Fans holding a vigil for Jackson, and the world at large perhaps, are now only beginning to realise that this isn't a show. The allegations are serious. If guilty, Michael Jackson could spend much of the rest of his life in prison. Stuart Ramsey, 5 News in Santa Maria, California.
Well, as we've been hearing, there's huge international interest in the Michael Jackson case. For today's vote here on 5, we want to know whether you think the trial will be fair. Yes or no, give us a ring on 0901 101 5555 or vote by texting yes or no to 85333. We'll keep you updated on the 5 vote throughout the day. We'll be talking to Court TV reporter Diane Diamond, the woman who's covered this story from the outset, a little later in the programme. Counting